In today's world, many people are rushing from one item on their to-do list to the next, without ever taking the time to stop and be present in the real world. We're told to hustle, to find our passion and monetize it, to look into our lives, see what we can do best, and convert that thing or skill into a business. Time not spent on future endeavors is seen as time wasted. And in that world, there's no time for things that we just do for the sake of doing them. There's no time for the here and now, only for the later. When I finish that project, or learn that skill, or make X amount of money, then I'll be happy. Have you ever told that lie to yourself? I know that I have. When I was fully committed to that idea of never wasting any time, I would only do things if there was a potential to make me money. Even if there was only a tiny possibility of that ever happening in the future, I needed to tell that story to myself. For instance, I wanted to learn how to draw, so I started an Instagram page to document my drawing process, in case I turned out to be a decent artist. That put me under immense pressure to produce content instead of just enjoying the process of drawing and learning something new. I started a TikTok page to show my limited guitar skills, justifying my time spent playing guitar, something I had loved since I was 10 years old. Quiero aprender español. But every time I think about putting more work and hours into learning Spanish, I also think about making it a part of my study, so all the time that I would spend on it would be valued. And in my head, those were and sometimes still are valid things to do in order to keep my hobbies alive. But what we often don't realize is that by tying our hobbies to some external reward, we're essentially killing them. By definition, a hobby is something you do for enjoyment in your free time. Meaning when you're off work or off studying. Trying to make money from our hobbies is part of a desperate movement to gain control over our lives and our time, squeezing the most from our every minute on this planet. The problem with that future-oriented living is that we're never actually living. Because life isn't happening in the future. It's not happening tomorrow, it's happening today. In this very moment, while I'm recording this video and you're watching this video. To be present, we need to fully commit with mind and body to one thing, preferably in the real world. I never liked the advice to be present or mindful or stuff you'd read in a fortune cookie. But I have the feeling that slowly I'm getting what all of this mindfulness stuff is about. I think we should deliberately try to not become a master piano player or artist in 30 days. I really think we should relearn to take our time with things. As a kid, we never thought that we had to learn everything there was to learn. And I certainly never thought about the next thing that I could do or learn before I finished the one thing that we were doing, or I was doing. I don't know if you feel the same, but as a kid I wasn't worrying so much about what could maybe happen in the future, let alone after lunch. I tackled one thing at a time, not trying to multitask, and luckily not living behind a screen with pre-selected algorithmic content. Spending a lot of my young adulthood on YouTube, watching self-improvement videos, I really got sucked into that mindset of the more the better. I thought that in order to improve myself, I needed to let go of all the things that I enjoyed, sacrificing every single moment for the benefit of my future self. But what I failed to see was that being there in the moment with whatever I did would benefit me more than any productivity hack, business idea or workout routine. We need to do things that we love, that give us a real sense of pleasure and achievement in the real world and not on a screen, where you're actively doing something in your environment, with any multi-billion-dollar company tracking your behavior. Something that you don't have to do in any way. Something that doesn't need to give you any financial benefit. Something you just do for the sake of doing it. A passion, something you can nerd about all day with normal people thinking that you're crazy. Find a hobby and stick with it. And don't think about how good you would need to be happy. That goalpost will forever move as soon as you reach it. So why not focus on the process, in full knowledge and appreciation of the fact that we'll never be fully able to master anything. There's a saying from racing bike riders. It doesn't get easier, you just get faster. There's no finish line except death, so don't rush to get there. Alright, now in case you want to watch another video, then definitely check out my video about the one truth about reading that no one talks about. See you there. Boom, 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 bang. Do-do-dum.